Hey guys, Chris here and welcome back to another Minifigs Monday. Today we are doing something a little bit different and it's taking a look at the set that came out in 2011, which is a Spongebob themed set, which is this, set 3816 Glove World. What do I think of it 9 years later? Well, let's find out. Okay, so quickly taking a look at the set details. As I said, it was released in the year 2011 and it is obviously a Spongebob Squarepants themed set. It contained 169 pieces with 4 absolutely wicked minifigures. The RRP is £18.99 in the UK or $19.99 in America, which gave it a price per piece of 11.2p in the UK or 11.8 cents. So actually quite a high price per piece, but you are obviously getting 4 awesome minifigures, which often you don't get for a set that is under £20 in the UK. Okay, so first things first, we'll take a look at the set itself and then we'll go into the minifigures afterwards. So let's start with the Kiosk. So taking a look at the Kiosk, this is just absolutely brilliant. I've left the minifigure in here just to show you how it's supposed to be displayed. But this guy here is obviously serving up ice cream. It has a nice sticker piece here. And obviously he has the really cool ice cream, which is chocolate. Kind of one of those popcorn pieces in a glass, which looks really, really cool. The sticker here is really nice. And it's done quite well test time. Obviously this was second hand when I got it. But nonetheless pretty cool. And then over here you have a turnstile to obviously get into the ride, which is the Glove World ride itself. This stuff up here is also stickers, and that's a sticker as well, but that is a sticker both sides, which is quite nice. You do have a sticker each side of the glove as well, which is pretty nice. And then obviously Glove World here on a 2x4 sticker. But to be honest, I don't really mind too much with the sticker applications on this because, you know, it is an old set and these are quite custom. And it just looks really, really great. Some of the sticker applications are pretty bad on the one that I got, but obviously it's because it's such an old set. This is obviously made by a kid 9 years ago, probably. Okay, so then we'll take a look at the actual ride itself. Really, really cool. And you twizzle the back here to actually operate it, which is there like so. It's just one of the rounded brick pieces. This means that you could probably put a actual axle through this as a motor and actually motorize this if you've got the speed right, because obviously if you twizzle this around it can go pretty hectic, although the minifigures do stay in. Oh, there we go. He fell out after me absolutely spamming that turnstile at the back, but it does look really, really nice. And as you can see, it is on a sand base plate at the bottom, connected by, I think it's 2 rounded ones and then 2 of the longer ones, but really nicely done. In lots of the old brown and the new brown, the reddish brown as well. And then it just kind of spins around on these Technic axles. So looking at the actual ride car itself, we'll use Sandy here as a demonstration. Nicely little built piece. This is a sticker at the front and it's just really simply put together with some of the Palisade dark brown back in the day bricks and then light brown and red with the blue, which just really matches up nicely to the actual Kiosk itself. And as you can see, some of the stickers have got a little, I mean that one sticker's terrible. I'm going to have to use Robin Hood Bricks' patented T technique to try to change that one, hopefully save it. But other than that, it is a brilliant little ride and it does fit really nicely with the colour scheme of the Kiosk and the ride itself. Okay, so that's the set itself. Now let's get into the minifigures. And let's start off with the Kiosk guy himself, which is the fish dude. Now this guy is absolutely brilliant and he's one of the reasons that I bought this set, him and Sandy. But he's actually got a stud piece on top of his head, which is this custom moulded headpiece, which looks really nice. The opaqueness and everything just looks brilliant on this and it really has printed well onto this yellow. And he also has a little fin on the back, which is also just painted. It's not dual molded, but obviously this is a 9-year-old set, so that's fully understandable. Now, the same can't be said about his actual torso. The white on that is quite faded and a bit grey, as well as the actual yellow that's underneath, that's hidden under his head piece, so that's not too bad. And the bow is a bit lackluster as well. He has no printed decorations on his legs at all, and he has no back printing either. So not that great on all that, but again, I think that this is actually pretty reminiscent of the Simpsons characters, to be honest, and having minimalist kind of look kind of goes with the cartoon of SpongeBob, so I'm not too upset about that. Overall, I think it's an absolute great minifigure. And one thing that's really interesting about this guy is the fact that he has a single white stud as a hat piece, which I just think is very, very interesting. Okay, so we'll go on to the next minifigure that I found to be worthy of why I got this set, which is Sandy. So she is absolutely awesome. She's got a really nice clean look to her. Again, no back printing or leg printing, but I do like the use of the little waistband piece being in a grey piece to match her arms, which I think is really, really nice. And the spacesuit's torso itself with this acorn print on the side just looks absolutely brilliant. I love the use of the helmet piece here, and the custom printed face is absolutely great. So, okay, just taking a look at Sandy's face, I think this is an absolutely brilliant job they've done here. And actually the brown bit at the top is actually painted on, and then the eyes are painted over the top and printed over the top as well. The eyes are a little bit not as opaque as they should be, but to be honest, I think it does great, and it doesn't look too off at all, and it is a great custom mold, and I couldn't be happier with this. Really, it does actually look like Sandy from the Spongebob animated series, so that is absolutely awesome. So I'll pop her back in the ride here, and then we'll get on to Patrick. Now this one's a very different Patrick in this set, and I believe it was exclusive to this set, and he is absolutely covered in what looks like supposed to be chocolate ice cream. He's got a bib with a ducky on it, which is pretty funny. So it's obviously to match the actual where he was in the cartoon episode itself with Glove World. He has these nicely printed trunks here, which again, he doesn't have any side printing, so it does look a little bit odd that he doesn't have side printing, but they do have the green waistband which goes all the way around, which does add that kind of nice look to him. So no side printing at all, no back printing, but the rest of it does look pretty good, and he does look super happy. And I do think Patrick actually looks pretty good as a minifigure, seeing as he is a bit of a weird character to try and put into Lego minifigure kind of style. So I think they did a pretty good job with Patrick here. He's also holding another ice cream cup, and I believe it's supposed to be just the chocolate that he's already eaten, which is why it's slightly different to the actual custom popcorn one. It's just a normal brown stud instead, to represent that he's kind of got it all over himself. So pop him back in the ride here to make sure their arms are up. And then we'll get on to the last minifigure in the set. Again, 4 minifigures for a small set is absolutely great. But this one here is obviously the one and only Spongebob Squarepants. Now Spongebob's great. I love the application of how they made Spongebob with this clip-on over the head kind of chest armor piece to create Spongebob Square look. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think the printing's great on here because obviously it was printed onto a yellow piece, so the opacity looks really sharp and clean. Again, no back printing, but it's not too bad. And other than that, it's just a pretty simple, not much more to say about Spongebob other than it's Spongebob Squarepants, and it's a great minifig to have in anyone's collection. Okay, so what do I think of the set? I think the set is absolutely brilliant, and it was an absolute bargain at $18.99 to get 4 minifigures, including Sandy, which she was a bit rarer to get back then, as well as this fish guy. I think he's awesome, and a Patrick and Spongebob. So I think that's an absolutely great set for $18.99. Obviously, I didn't pay $18.99 for it because it's 9 years old, so it's a little bit more collectible. This was an unboxed one, and I got it for $26.99, but it came with a really nice box. The box wasn't much damaged at all, as well as all the pieces look really good, no scratches on them or anything. Some of the sticker applications were a little bit off, but I'm hoping to fix that, and the instruction manual was perfect. So I think that, to be honest, that's kind of what you're looking at, maybe between £20 and £30 to get the set if it's one that you would like to get. But would I recommend it at £30? Yeah, I still think it's an absolutely great set even now for that. And the fact that Spongebob's becoming a little bit more, even more nostalgic and iconic at the moment, I think it's a great set to pick up before they get even more expensive. Will we see Spongebob again in the future? I'm hoping so. There has been an idea set, which was the Krusty Krab one. Hopefully that'll get the 10,000 support and people maybe get made into a set. That would be absolutely awesome. But at the moment, we'll just have to wait and see if Spongebob ever comes back to the Lego community. Okay, so I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see any more Spongebob Squarepants sets, as I have kind of started collecting these now and find them really cool, so I might get a couple of the others as well. So if you let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in any of those, and also let me know if you've got this Glove World one, or it's a set that you might pick up in the future, because I think it's a great little set, and it's one that maybe people kind of didn't bother looking into because Glove World's only like in an episode. It's not like an iconic set such as the Bikini Bottom or, you know, the Chum Bucket or Krusty Krab's Diner. So other than that, really hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you get a chance, and have an absolute awesome day. If you enjoyed the vid, then if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, keep bricking it.